Now on CoastTV News.
It's a pleasantly cool start to the day, but we'll see temperatures climbing higher today. We're turning up the humidity as well, and even more so on Friday. Weekend looks a little cooler and dry. I'll have your forecast details coming up.
Wildfires in Arizona leaving many people with no place to live. How many acres of land have already been burned? Remembering a hero, this week marks 2 years since Rehoboth County Sheriff's Corporal Glenn Hilliard was killed in the line of duty. How the community is remembering him. And preparing for the future of the U.S., comparing some hot-button issues ahead of the heated presidential election.
This is CoastTV News Today.
Good morning, everybody. It's Thursday, June 13th, 2024. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Paige Marley. Definitely feels like a pretty cool spring morning. Not saying it's going to be a cool day, but a bit, compared to the weather we've been seeing. But whether it's been hot, warm, or a little bit cooler, I think we'll all accept this beautiful, what feels like summer week. So we'll bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahy now. Bob, summer is still how many days away? 7?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 7 days away. Yeah, June 20th is when it officially starts, Paige, but we're going to be feeling like summer before the official start. Now, as you mentioned, it's cooler out there. A cool start with 60s for the most part. Some upper 50s inland right now. Delmarva 59, but we've got mid-60s along the coast, around 64 in Bethany Beach. And the winds are light, but the tendency is out of the southwest as we continue to bring in that warmth and humidity. All is clear. Well, just a few high clouds, but the big story is high pressure both at the surface and aloft. Sinking air means very warm air as we go through time. So Futurecast warms us quickly. By mid-morning, it's already upper 70s inland and lower 70s along the coast. And then we're into the 80s this afternoon, I think well into the 80s inland. And then cooler as you make your way towards the beaches with the cooler Atlantic Ocean, but very warm and increasingly muggy into this evening. And take care in the sun. UV index brought to us by Ocean City. It's a 9 today. Burn time 10 minutes. So hat, sunglasses, sunscreen, fine shade, all of that as we're in that very high range, 9s right into early next week. So protect yourself in the sun as summer gets closer.
Will do, Bob. Thank you. This morning, some people are planning next steps after being evacuated from their homes, and you can see the reason why right there on your screen. First responders dealing with these wildfires in Arizona. According to officials, the fires have already caused road closures, evacuations, and have burned 200 acres of land. People in Salisbury took time Wednesday to mourn a hero who was killed in the line of duty. It was 2 years ago that Rehoboth County Sheriff's Corporal Glenn Hilliard was killed while trying to arrest a wanted felon. 41-year-old Hilliard left behind a wife and 3 children. Now, yesterday afternoon, his surviving family, members of law enforcement, and the public all gathered at the Fraternal Order of Police Lodge in Salisbury to remember the man who gave everything in service of his community. The Hilliard family thanked everyone who had been there for them.
Things that I don't do for myself. I do them with a greater thought in mind and kind of thinking, what would Glenn want me to do? How would Glenn want me to move forward? How can I honor Glenn?
And the video on your screen now is from 2 years ago at Corporal Hilliard's funeral. Thousands of members of law enforcement showed up that day to pay their respects, not just from Maryland, but from multiple states. We're now going to take a live look at Rehoboth Beach. It's here. People, they're probably happy with that view, but not so happy about the city's decision on how they hired the new city manager, Taylor Tedder. One big reason is his salary package. Now, locals there, they're looking to take a stand. Now, in Rehoboth Beach, since city manager Taylor Tedder was hired back in April, it's the process and the price tag of his contract that's been the talk of the town. Several people from Rehoboth Beach have submitted a petition to the state attorney general's office stating that the hiring was a potential violation of the Freedom of Information Act, which the city denies. Rehoboth City Manager Taylor Tedder's annual salary is $250,000 plus $50,000 in moving expenses and a $750,000 home loan that will be forgiven in full if he stays for 7 years. Another concern is the FOIA petition, the claim that the compensation package for Tedder was not decided in a public forum. The city says it still held 7 meetings from November to March, but those were executive sessions. They were not open to the public. Now at least 40 people have signed the petition claiming Tedder's hiring process was a potential violation of the Freedom of Information Act.
The search having gone on really behind the scenes and not hearing anything about this until it was a done deal, having it stand out in terms of salary, in terms of the qualifications and the financial package, it makes it worth asking questions about how this search was done.
And the DOJ says after it receives the city's submissions, officials will make a determination on if there was a violation. This does bring us now to our Coast TV poll. We're asking you, what do you think is most important for a city manager? 71% of you said having that management experience makes sense. 10% of you say certifications. 16% of you say the finance experience. And 3% a college degree. All right, still majority of you voting management experience. That stayed the same over the last hour. If you want to share your opinion, vote on coasttv.com/vote or on our mobile app. Now we're going to stay in Rehoboth Beach for this next story. The city saying 5 candidates have filed nominating petitions to be on the ballot for the 2 Board of Commissioner seats that are up for election this summer. Commissioners will judge the qualifications of the candidates at their June 21st meeting. To learn more about the candidates ahead of the election in August, the Homeowners Association will have a candidate forum at 10 a.m. on July 20th. That's at the Rehoboth Beach Volunteer Fire Company. The deadline to register to vote on this election is 4:30 on July 11th. Coastal Highway, as we know, can sometimes be a dangerous area for drivers, especially during the busy season. And this morning, police will continue to investigate an accident that left multiple vehicles with damage. The 3-vehicle crash happened on Coastal northbound. It was near the Lowe's hardware store there. The good news is, according to the Lewis Fire Department, no medics had to be dispatched. No serious injuries were reported. The vehicles themselves, as you can see, a bit of a different story. Trucks and the SUV involved had significant damage. Democrat Eugene Young Jr. has suspended his campaign for Delaware's sole congressional seat in the United States House of Representatives. He made the announcement on Facebook saying, quote, "This decision comes after careful consideration and deep reflection," end quote. Young's announcement now clears the path for Delaware Senator Sarah McBride to become the Democratic Party's nominee, and McBride will likely face off against Republican Danielle Hall coming up in November. In Bethany Beach, we talked about this story earlier this week. The sand dune that was destroyed weeks ago will finally be getting a makeover. It was a few weeks back a local noticed that dunes were taken out entirely, but they said the grass dunes are meant to protect the surrounding area from erosion and any hurricanes that might happen. The homeowners in front of the dune that was destroyed told Coast TV that they didn't mean for that to happen, and so to make it right, they are paying out of their own pocket to fix that mistake. The person they hired to fix it explains how those plants will bring the dunes back.
Grass is pretty amazing. It digs down and the roots extend 8 to 10 feet underground and 6 to 8 feet wide. So it'll help stabilize, once it's mature, it'll help stabilize the ground.
The replacement of the grass dunes will take 2 to 3 more days, but for those roots to grow completely under the sand, that'll take a few more years for it to grow back to what it once was. In Bethany Beach, happening today, DENREC will have a free lecture to homeowners on living shorelines in Delaware. Living shorelines act as a barrier against shoreline erosion. It's by using natural materials like oyster shells. DENREC says the lecture will offer some insight into how to enhance the natural beauty of a property. The presentation's happening at the South Coastal Library at 2 o'clock. Attorney General Kathy Jennings, along with 42 other state attorneys general, reached a $700 million settlement. That's with Johnson & Johnson. According to the state, the case centered around allegations that the company misled consumers about the safety of its talc-based baby powder and its baby powder products. It's all as part of the lawsuit. Johnson & Johnson agreed to stop the manufacture and the sale of those products that contain talc in the United States. This move now comes after widespread concerns that in those products could cause serious health issues like cancer. Delaware now set to receive over $4.9 million from this settlement. Right now, however, it is still pending judicial approval. We are just weeks away from the first debate of this election cycle. President Biden and presumptive presidential nominee Donald Trump on different sides of the Atlantic, tackling different political issues. President Biden looking to shore up U.S. support for Ukraine with G7 allies. Former President Trump meeting with GOP lawmakers to talk party unity on Capitol Hill. NBC's Alice Barr shows us more.
The president in Italy for the critical G7 summit of leading democracies, while Mr. Trump heads to Capitol Hill to address Republican lawmakers about planning for his priorities should he win the November election.
You don't put the cart before the horse, but you do have to be prepared to lead, and we're going to be prepared.
It's the former president's first trip to the Hill since the January 6 Capitol attack. He's since brought many skeptical Republicans back into the fold.
I've said earlier this year, I support him. He's earned the nomination by the voters all across the country. And of course, I'll be at the meeting.
Back overseas, President Biden preparing for a sit-down with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to sign a long-term security agreement that commits the U.S. to a wide range of assistance, but stops short of the kind of military defense NATO allies under attack receive. The wars in Ukraine and Gaza hanging over the G7 after Secretary of State Antony Blinken voiced frustration over Hamas, asking for more changes to a proposed ceasefire deal with Israel.
The longer this goes on, the more people will suffer. And it's time for the haggling to stop and a ceasefire to start.
Meanwhile, domestic frustrations also threatening President Biden's re-election bid. A new report showing easing but stubbornly high inflation as the Federal Reserve opts out of a long-anticipated interest rate cut. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Just getting started this hour of Coast TV News today. Still ahead, Ocean City counting down a major milestone. We're showing you how the coastal town is preparing for a town-wide celebration that could bring big celebrities to the coast. And the Georgetown Library goes green, how a grant thanks to one local nonprofit will help the local business save money and energy. And at Cape Pier pause, the fishing pier is closed as crews work on structural repairs. We're telling you how much the work could cost and how long it will take to complete. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
As I get older, I was getting a little off balance. Got recommendations for baths by Bicep Brothers. I love my shower. It's perfect for me. My favorite part was probably how quick and easy it was. They came in the morning and they were done by afternoon. I definitely wanted the grab bars. They also put the seat in, which was very nice. The wand is good, especially if you're sitting. So much safer to get in and out of now. It seems like my showers are quicker that way. So it's perfect.
From gentle ocean breezes to small country towns, Sussex County has it all. That's why you need a real estate company that is familiar with it all. Mann & Sons offers decades of experience throughout Sussex County, whether it's helping you purchase your forever home or find the perfect vacation rental at the beach. Trust our experience. Trust Mann & Sons.
For over 30 years, the difference is clear. Mann & Sons Real Estate.
Hi, can I get an extra large quadruple shot, extra hot, semi-sweet caramel macchiato with almond milk, and a medium?
Whatever happened to coffee? Whack. When you need a minute, there's the Bally Casino app, featuring tons of exciting slots like Divine Fortune, Cash Machine, and 88 Fortunes. We bring the excitement to you. Throw in your favorite table games and...
Got one!
So who needs caffeine?
I'd still like some.
Yeah, me too. Bet boldly with the Bally Casino app. Powered by Bet Rivers.
Feeling the summer sizzle? Is it turning your home into a sauna? At FH Fur, we know you can't wait when your AC is down for the count. That's why we're offering same-day service, guaranteed. If we don't make it to you the very same day, you won't pay a diagnostic or dispatch fee, plain and simple. So whether your AC is blowing hot air, your thermostat is on the fritz, or your entire system needs replacing, an FH Fur expert technician will bring your comfort back today.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
We are in the okay. We are in the B block, correct? I thought we were in Maine weather. My bad. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought it was Maine weather. Let's go back to the B block here, and bear with me here. I know I'm probably out of time. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Rehoboth Beach cam right now. We're looking at the Boardwalk Plaza camera. 67 degrees right now and lots of sunshine. And we're looking at temperatures into the 50s and mid-60s right now and a southwesterly breeze. And we're looking at clear skies. And we're looking at a mainly clear sky pretty much all day with sinking air. We're looking at a lot of warmth out there on the golf course today. An excellent putt, but stay hydrated with water. 86 mostly sunny and much warmer.
That's what we like to see. Thank you so much. Well, here you can see now the Cape Henlopen fishing pier from above from our coast copter. Denrec announced that the last 145 feet of that pier will remain closed until structural repairs can be made. The crews will be working there today, and you'll be able to see that. Denrec decided to close the end of the World War II era pier in November. That's during an annual engineering review. The preliminary cost estimates for repairs is close to $1 million. Once they receive that funding, Construction is expected to take up to 6 months. If you're going to be in the Ocean City area next week, there are some disruptions you need to be made aware of, so keep note. On June 19th, there will be parking restrictions on Baltimore Avenue between 12th Street and 31st Street. That's due to the Maryland State Firefighters Parade. There will also cause 15th and 12th Street between Baltimore Ave and Philadelphia Ave to have restricted parking. Parking will be restricted in those areas beginning at 8:30 a.m., and the town says that the parade is expected to start at 1 p.m. Sony Pictures has bought a dine-in movie theater chain. It's called Alamo Drafthouse, and the deal's pretty notable because most Hollywood studios have been jumping into streaming instead, but Sony's remaining committed to the theater experience. Alamo Drafthouse declared bankruptcy in 2021 during the pandemic. Well, the cost of going out to eat, that keeps going up and up. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics released inflation data Wednesday. It showed that prices at sit-down restaurants rose 0.5% last month. Prices at fast food restaurants, that's also going up 0.2%. Those increases, particularly at the fast food prices, it's caused some customers to pull back on their food spending. Still ahead this morning, Georgetown Library going green. We're telling you how much money and energy the library will now save thanks to some newly installed solar panels.
And we're seeing some hazy conditions this morning on our Tyndall's camera in Laurel, 61 degrees, and we're looking at a warm day. It gets even warmer into Friday. We crank up the humidity, but not as warm for the weekend. I'll tell you why in my full forecast coming up next.
Delmarva's hit music station, 102.5 WBOC.
The big issues: abortion, civil rights, healthcare. When Trump policies were attacking our rights, County Executive Matt Meyer fought back. Now Trump is promising a national abortion ban and huge cuts to healthcare coverage. Matt's healthcare plan will reduce costs, not coverage, by increasing competition on the exchange. And Matt's plan will protect women's access to abortion, always. So call Matt Meyer. Tell him you support his plans to protect Delaware values.
Hey everyone, I'm Terry, the plant care manager with AC Plant and Turf. Today I want to address an issue that a lot of homeowners are dealing with, and that's crepe myrtle bark scale, or CMBS. Like other scales, CMBS is a tiny insect that feeds on the sap of plants, which leads to the growth of black sooty mold. They can be found in the crevices on trunks or in the unions of branches and twigs. To find out more information or to schedule a consultation, please visit acplantandturf.com today.
Introducing Signatures, the most unique restaurant and event venue at the beach, showcasing exceptional and stunning views of our golf course. Sit back with a local craft brew after your round at one of our indoor or outdoor bars. Meet up with your friends and enjoy a game of bocce by the fire pits, or play a game of golf, football, soccer, or any game of your choosing in our glass enclosed simulator. Open to the public in Bayside, Fenwick Island, Delaware.
The weather is brought to you by Spicer Brothers Construction. Born here to serve here. When it comes to protecting your home, don't take chances with just anyone. Trust the experts at Spicer Brothers. Join thousands of satisfied customers who've chosen us for our exceptional service, quality installation, and unbeatable warranties. Whether you need a roof replacement or just want to upgrade the look of your home, we've got you covered. And right now, save up to 20% on your new roof, plus enjoy no interest and no payments until 2026. For a roof that's done right, trust Spicer Brothers day and night, because you deserve the best.
It is 6:19. We're going to take a live look now at Ocean View and see what's going on there on this Thursday. Same thing that we saw last hour, Bob. Really just glass-like water. Maybe a good day for boating.
Yeah, a calm start to the day, Paige, and the reason for it being so calm is that we've got high pressure over us, so that's keeping us nice and quiet weather-wise, but that's also going to make us really warm up with time as well. Here's our 5-day temperature trend. I'm thinking around 86 today. That's inland areas, but a little cooler at the beaches. Friday is the hot day, 91, but that's short-lived because we have a cool front Friday evening. It could bring some showers and storms, and then we're back to 85 on Saturday, and for Dad on Father's Day, looking pretty good, 82, but then it's back to 88 Monday, and I think we're looking at a prolonged period of 90s next week, our first heat wave of the summer, or pre-summer as we go into that time period. Here's the muggy meter. Yeah, we're getting into the muggy range as we go through today and tomorrow. It does drop off a little bit behind that front over the weekend, so a little more comfortable. And then you see that line going up again into next week where it starts getting hot and muggy. Temperatures now are in the 60s for the most part, 59 in Redden, back through Salisbury and Delmarva, but elsewhere we're into the mid-60s right now. And we've got light winds from the southwest, but that tendency, well, that's bringing in that humidity from the south and west as we're looking at mostly clear skies. We've got a big dome of high pressure over the top of us and a building ridge of heat dome back across the Midwest, and this is sliding to the east, and this will really kick in later today and tomorrow. So here's Futurecast, 7 o'clock. We're in the 60s and then upper 70s already by 8:30, and by noon, lower 80s from Georgetown to Selbyville over towards Delmar, lower 70s at the beaches. Inland areas maybe as warm as 87 for Seaford and Delmar, but low to mid 70s along the coast. So we have that little bit of a contrast, but mild and muggy for a lot of folks as we go through the overnight hours into Friday morning. And tomorrow it's a hot day. By noon, we're into the mid 80s for inland locations, 70s at the coast, maybe a spot shower in the afternoon. Then during the evening hours, we have to watch a cold front sliding through. Of course, we've got the Berlin bathtub races, and I think you're dry for the most part, but later in the evening, here come those showers and storms, maybe some heavy rain, and then that front clears out Saturday morning. It's a little drier behind that. Feels like temperatures this afternoon, mid to upper 80s, inland cooler at the beaches, and very warm tomorrow to hot, feeling like the low to maybe mid 90s inland, and along the coast a little cooler, and then by Saturday a little drier, but still feeling like mid 80s as we're looking at a good looking weekend. Saturday looks good, and Sunday for Father's Day also looks good with mostly sunny skies. Here's your Paul Davis 7-day forecast, looking like a warm one. 86 sunshine today, a few more clouds Friday, 91 with those storms tomorrow night, then sunshine Saturday, 85. Father's Day, 82, maybe a few more clouds, and then it's warming up again next week. The beginning of a heat wave, I believe, by Tuesday, lower 90s. That continues into Wednesday and beyond, and staying dry.
Thank you so much. State-of-the-art solar panels were recently installed at the Georgetown Public Library, making them one of the early adopters of solar power at the libraries in the first state. We're going to show you what they look like now from above. There are over 200 solar panels on the roof. According to the library, since the complete installation of the solar panels at the end of March, they've saved the equivalent of 368 trees planted. All this was possible thanks to a grant from Energize Delaware. It's a nonprofit in the state that helps put energy efficiency and solar renewable energy projects into action around the state.
What's exciting about this is there's not a lot of funding opportunities for nonprofits and libraries to be able to take advantage of renewable energy. And so this funding opportunity for libraries helped put over 200 solar panels onto the roof of the Georgetown Library, which is going to greatly reduce their energy footprint by over 50%, which allows them to have money to invest back into the community as opposed to just keeping the lights on.
Energize Delaware is looking forward to continuing working with other libraries in the first state to reduce their energy footprint as well. We have more to come this morning. Coming up, Ocean City set to celebrate a major milestone next year. What festivities they're planning for the big day? Don't go anywhere.
The UV Index Weather Report is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism, somewhere to smile about. Explore the natural wonders of the Delaware Bay at Fisherman's Wharf in Lewis. Our fleet of boats guarantees an experience like no other, no matter the season. Keep your eyes peeled for majestic whales, playful dolphins, and curious seals. From full and half-day fishing trips to evening cruises, special events, and even private charters. There's something for everyone. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride, taking in the incredible beauty of the Delaware Bay. What are you waiting for? Check us out online, then book your trip today.
Welcome to Bella Terra, where something new is always in bloom. Explore our 20 greenhouses filled with thousands of plants, from exotic tropicals to beloved natives. Our knowledgeable staff with over 50 years of experience are here to help you take your garden to the next level. Conveniently located off Route 16 between Milton and Ellendale, Bella Terra is your destination for fun-filled gardening adventures. Check us out on our website and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. See you soon at Bella Terra Landscapes and Garden Center.
Born in the stars, formed in the earth, shaped by designers around the world, and curated by Khalsa Jewelers in Lewis. Paul Chen, also known as Sundar Khalsa, is a meditation and yoga master as well as the owner of Khalsa Jewelers.
At Khalsa Jewelers,
We offer signature pieces to celebrate love in those special moments in our life. Peace to all, light to all, love to all. Celebrate with us at historic Lewis and Rehoboth Beach.
If you have an eye for capturing a great photo, many of you do on Delmarva, here's something to look out for. Right now you can submit photos for the Rehoboth Reflections photo competition. Submit up to 3 photos that capture the beauty and the community of Rehoboth Beach. Submissions are due on the city's website by September 6th. Ocean City is counting down into its 150th birthday in 2025. Tourism and Business Development Director Tom Perlozzo already has a handful of ideas for festivities, including live music and a town-wide scavenger hunt for special coins that can be turned in for prizes. Also, some musicians who have already been invited include John Legend and Post Malone. They haven't been able to confirm just yet. Ocean City locals and vacationers alike seem to agree that bringing a high-profile artist to the beach town would be a great way to cap off the celebration.
People from around the country are going to want to come see their favorite artists. Of course, it's good for them to come here. It helps the city out as far as funding and stuff like that.
And Ocean City wants to have a birthday party that lasts 150 days and conclude on November 21st of 2025. Nothing set in stone just yet. All right, well, they know how to party there in Ocean City, no question about that. But on any beach you're at, Bob, great beach day, great boat day. I think I'm going to read a little on the beach today.
Yeah, good.
All right.
Great.
Yeah.
That's a great idea, Paige. That's a long party.
That's a long
That's like
party.
half the year.
I can't party that long.
No, that's a long time.
Not like
to
I used
party.
to.
But hey, you know, if you're doing that, of course, party responsibly and enjoy the beach. It's looking good. Paige wants to read a book. Maybe a lot of folks doing that on the beach today. Chincoteague and Assateague. You're in the 70s today with a mix of clouds and sun. Waves only about 1 to 2 feet. Rip current threat is low. Fenwick Island and Ocean City. Ocean City a little cooler, mid 70s, and then lower 80s for Fenwick Island. And we're looking at warm conditions on the bay side. 3 days for Cambridge, 86 today. You're 91 Friday, and then 85 Saturday. And then for Crisfield, a little cooler for you with 80s today and tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think you're a little warmer, and then cooling off into Saturday. I'll have much more on your forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Bob, thank you. Also coming up after the break, a coastal highway crash. What police are saying was the result of this crash on Route 1. And Rehoboth manager mayhem, how locals there are taking a stand against the hiring process of the newly hired city manager and how the city is responding. And widespread wildfires, how much these fires in Arizona have burned so far and what's in store now for locals there. CoastTV News Today will be right back.
Turn your dreams of a perfect kitchen into reality with That Cabinet Store, where a dedicated team of designers will bring your vision to life. Whether it's traditional or European, kitchen design is our specialty. And we can get your fully customized kitchen cabinets installed in as little as 4 weeks, semi-custom in 10 days. And if you're looking for new countertops, we offer quality in-house fabricated countertops. Dream today, designs for tomorrow at That Cabinet Store, located with Matt the Carpet Guy in Selbyville and Salisbury.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry-first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation, where we bring the showroom to you.
Rules don't apply when it comes to designing your home or business's interior. At Mood Design Studio, we break away from typical design norms to craft one-of-a-kind spaces that belong on the pages of a magazine. Choose from a bold selection of exclusive wallpaper designs and fabrics, plus a curated selection of furniture, making any room a showstopper. Need guidance? We'll assist you in planning your space's scope and budget for a streamlined, stress-free experience. For a complimentary consultation, visit Mood Design Studio in Lewis today.
Oh, they're out there by the millions. And spiders, crickets, and ants are always looking for a place to call home. Look, up ahead is your home. And to them, it looks like the perfect place to settle in. Call Brazier's, and our expert technicians will establish a defensive barrier around your home that will keep out the riffraff. Our premium protection plan is guaranteed to keep spiders, crickets, and ants from moving into your home for a full year. Call Brazier's Pest Control today and say goodbye to unwanted guests.
Now on CoastTV News.
It's a pleasantly cool start to the day, but we'll see temperatures climbing even higher today and even more so on Friday. Weekend, not as hot, but it will stay dry. Forecast details coming up.
Planning for the future after a disaster, the impacts wildfires have had on parts of Arizona. Controversy surrounding the new Rehoboth Beach city manager's hiring, it's heating up. Some city locals are saying the hiring process wasn't fair and the action they're now taking. New allegations surrounding the workplace at SpaceX, why 8 former employees are now suing the company and Elon Musk.
This is CoastTV News Today.
It's 6:31 on this Thursday morning. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us as we continue on CoastTV News Today. We're going to bring back in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahy because Bob just has all the good news today. You guys want some good news? Bob has it.
Yeah, you know, we have that newsletter, Good News, Feel Good Friday. Now, this is a Feel Good Thursday because we're looking at a beautiful day on the way, a cooler start, temperatures in the 60s, some upper 60s from Ocean City to Rehoboth, a little cooler inland, as cool as 59 in Redmond right now, but we have a southwest breeze that's light. That will pick up a little bit during the day, bringing you more of that warmth and humidity. Out the door, looking at mostly clear skies across Delmarva, a few more clouds to the south, but we've got high pressure building in from the west, both at the surface and aloft, and that is sinking air, and we are going to heat up very quickly today. You can see that in Futurecast 7 a.m., 60s, upper 70s by 9 a.m., even 80 already in Salisbury at that time, and then by noon we're into the mid-80s inland, but a little cooler at the beaches, and many inland locations mid-80s later today, maybe a stray shower along a sea breeze front, otherwise a little cooler for the beaches and a very mild and muggy evening on the way. Today's checklist: don't need the umbrella, you need the summer clothes, stay hydrated with water, cold beverage, that's important. You want to beat the heat, and make sure you have the sunscreen and the sunglasses as well, Paige.
All great points, Bob. Thank you. This morning, some people are planning their next steps after being evacuated from their homes, and you can see the reason why right there on your screen. First responders dealt with wildfires in Arizona. According to officials there, the fires have caused road closures, evacuations, and have already burned 200 acres of land. There's been some controversy surrounding the new Rehoboth Beach city manager's hiring, and it's heating up. Locals in Rehoboth Beach contacting the Department of Justice about the new city manager's hiring process. Since Taylor Tedder was hired back in April, his contract has been the talk of the town. Now, several people from Rehoboth Beach have submitted a petition to the state attorney general's office stating that the hiring of city manager Taylor Tedder was a potential violation of the Freedom of Information Act, which the city denies. In order to be a city manager in Rehoboth Beach, you must have a degree in engineering or served as a city manager for at least 4 years. CoastTV News reporter Elisa Weber shows us how Tedder, on the other hand, was a city manager in Boulder City for 34 months and has a degree in economics.
Rehoboth Beach City Manager Taylor Tedder's annual salary is $250,000, plus $50,000 in moving expenses and a $750,000 home loan that will be forgiven in full if he stays for 7 years. Thomas Gaynor is one of the 40 people who signed a petition to the state attorney's office claiming that Tedder's hiring was a potential violation of the Freedom of Information Act.
The way that this process was conducted was dysfunctional. It was potentially fraudulent, and I think that it could have been better, it should have been better, and frankly the people of Rehoboth who were expected to pay the bills deserved better.
Another concern stated in the FOIA petition is the compensation package for Tedder was not decided in a public forum.
Hopefully the Attorney General will decide that this is an issue worthy of its investigation and worthy of its involvement, because if they're not going to be willing to be the arbiter of the integrity of the city charter law, who is?
The city claims it has not violated FOIA and requests the DOJ dismiss the petition in full. The city state's commissioners made multiple decisions about the qualifications of the candidates for the city manager position. The city says it held 7 meetings from November to March, but were executive sessions. On April 8th, the mayor and commissioners held a meeting where they made the decision to hire Tedder for the job. Jim Crichton says he wishes there was more transparency between the city and the people.
Search having gone on really behind the scenes and not hearing anything about this until it was a done deal, having it stand out in terms of salary, in terms of the qualifications and the financial package, it makes it worth asking questions about how this search was done.
The DOJ said the city had until Tuesday, June 11th, to respond to the allegations.
Elisa Weber, Coast TV News.
And the DOJ says after it receives the city's submission, officials will make a determination on if there was a violation. We're on the topic of city managers, and in Lewis, they've appointed Ellen Lorraine McCabe as their new city manager earlier this week. McCabe worked for the city for 18 years, most recently as the finance officer. During the Lewis City Council meeting Monday, Mayor Andrew Williams said many staff members internally came to him recommending McCabe to fully take over that position. This agreement now includes a $20,000 to $30,000 raise from McCabe's previous salary. Well, we all know Coastal Highway can be a bit dangerous for drivers, especially as it gets really busy during the summer season. This morning, police continued to investigate an accident that left multiple vehicles with severe damage. A 3-car crash happened on Coastal Highway northbound. It's near the Lowe's. The good news is, according to the Lewis Fire Department, no medics were dispatched, no serious injuries were reported, but the vehicles themselves, like you can see, a bit of a different story. Both trucks and the SUV involved seem to have significant damage. In Bethany Beach, today, DENREC will have a free lecture to homeowners on living shorelines. Living shorelines act as a barrier against shoreline erosion by using natural materials like oyster shells. DENREC says the lecture will offer some insight into how to enhance the natural beauty of a property. This presentation is happening at the South Coastal Library at 2 o'clock. There will be an in-person meeting on offshore wind this week in Ocean City. Today, the Department of Environment and U.S. Wind will be at the Convention Center to talk about the air permit for the Maryland Offshore Wind Project. This project will have 121 wind turbines and 4 substations located 10 miles off the coast of Worcester County. SpaceX and its CEO, Elon Musk, are being sued now by former employees for alleged sexual harassment in the workplace. 8 former SpaceX employees say that Musk personally ordered their firing in 2022 after they circulated an open letter within the company. According to a copy of their lawsuit, the letter alleges that Musk treated female employees like sexual objects and bombarded the workplace with what they call lewd sexual banter. SpaceX's president and the chief operating officer defended the company, noting it investigated all complaints of harassment and takes the appropriate action. We still have some more news to get to in this final half hour, so don't go anywhere. Still ahead, taking away the Lewis-Georgetown Trail temporarily, a temporary closure impacting the popular walkway right now, when you can expect that to reopen. And the Shorebirds, they tried to take the powder out of the cannonballers' cannons at Purdue Stadium, but we'll show you who blew up big. And ushering in awareness. We're telling you the important condition Usher wants to bring awareness to and how this Delaware representative is trying to help. Stick with us on Coast TV News today.
The biggest event in the world is coming, the Olympic Games in Paris. But first, the best American athletes have to make Team USA.
Nobody is better in the world.
The U.S. Olympic Team trials begin Saturday on NBC and Peacock.
Give your backyard a cozy enhancement with patio systems in Lewis, Delaware. Integrity is the pillar of our craft, with quality craftsmanship to transform your yard or deck into a custom oasis, providing you comfort all year round. Take control of the elements with the Shore's best selection of pergolas, retractable awnings, screen and glass enclosures, and a wide selection of modern decking and railing systems personalized your way. For exceptional workmanship at reasonable prices, contact Patio Systems, your backyard living specialist. Locally owned and operated since 2001.
16 years ago, we founded Community Bank Delaware with the goal of providing high-quality banking services to our local community. Here you meet with decision makers, people just like you who live in and love this community. We provide the newest banking technologies to our customers, supported by our local team of banking professionals. Our bank serves clients throughout Sussex County, and we continue to grow, all thanks to you. Community Bank Delaware, where community matters.
Dad, I need your help. I am in over my head with this house. I've got buckling floors, doors that won't close, sick kids, and a frustrated wife. Did you call Dry Zone? No, I called the cheaper guys. You've got to call Dry Zone. They're the oldest and the best. Just like you, Dad.
Protect your largest investment with Delmarva's local choice, Dry Zone, the oldest and the best.
6:40 on this beautiful Thursday. I almost said Friday morning. I'm rushing it, but yeah, I wish. Yeah, me too, Paige. Tyler Racer Cam looking beautiful out there. Look at the sailboats ready to go on the beach. Beautiful day for sailing. We're looking at 60s out the door, a couple of upper 50s inland areas, and we're looking at a light southwest wind. That wind bringing in the humidity today and the heat. We're looking at lots of sunshine right now and a few clouds off to the south, some high clouds across the Carolinas. Otherwise, a beautiful day for any outdoor activity, including golf, as my putting is, I have to say, pretty excellent, Paige. 86, mostly sunny, much warmer today. Hey, call the Coast TV First Alert weather phone. Another way to get your forecast, 443-880-9100 is the number, sponsored by Baird, Dallas, Brockstead, and Federico.
We have some events to keep on your mind across Delmarva. YMCA of Delaware set for its statewide Juneteenth celebration. Juneteenth is the newest federal holiday set in place to honor the ending of slavery in Texas in 1865, which officially put an end to slavery in the U.S. The YMCA of Delaware invites the community now to celebrate Juneteenth at any of its locations on Wednesday, June 19th. All branches will be open to the community for free. Delaware Representative Lisa Blunt Rochester rubbing some elbows with Usher, of all people, the singer, dancer icon, working now to raise awareness about type 1 diabetes and how that disease has impacted his own family. In a Twitter post, Representative Blunt Rochester pointed out that 110,000 Delawareans live with diabetes. 10% of those have type 1.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
The Shorebirds were back on the diamond trying to avenge their series opening loss to the Kannapolis Cannonballers, and the Birds' bats came alive quickly. Bottom of the first, early scoring chance now for Delmarva. Leandro Arias sends a chopper to second. It's booted into center field. That's going to bring home Reed Trimble. 1-0 Birds. One on for Aaron Estrada in the second. He came into the day with 4 home runs on the year. He's going to make it 5. A 435-foot moonshot to right. Delmarva bats hot early. It's 4-0, and that would be enough in a big 5-2 win. We now look ahead to this week's episode of Into the Trenches. The season is winding down, and Delmar is in the spot you want to be in heading into the playoffs, in control of your own destiny. Here's a preview of episode 8.
On the next Into the Trenches.
Friday Night Lights in Delmar. This one might as well be a playoff game. To pull off the upset at home, though, it will have to come without quarterback Nathan Van Zandt. Aiden McCauley, welcome aboard.
Back in middle school, used to go to these games and wonder what it feels like. You finally get to experience it.
We got to make the play now. Don't let it back. Don't let it back in. Make the play.
This is our playoffs. Our playoffs start now.
Thursday at 7:30 on DSN.
That'll do it for sports. Have a great day.
Have you had a rough week? Don't worry. You can cheer up with a weekly dose of local good news from Coast TV with personal features, fun things to do each weekend, and more. So lighten up your own week. Subscribe to the Coast TV Feel Good Friday newsletter. Sign up at coasttv.com/sign-up. You'll get a weekly dose of joy directly to your inbox. Something else for you to look forward to. It's happening this week. Tomorrow, in fact, the Berlin Bathtub Races are happening. The friendly races feature locals and businesses all competing using their own designed racing bathtub. Coast Life will have a live pre-show at 4 o'clock on the Delmarva Sports Network. And then watch the races live at 6 also on the Delmarva Sports Network. You can watch on TV or on the DSN app. Here's what's coming up today at 4 on Coast Life. An exciting open house just in time for Father's Day, where you can pick out the perfect grills, pizza ovens, and more for Dad. And the 2024 Paris Olympic Games will be here before we know it. We're catching up with one Olympian, learning which movie soundtrack helps him run better. All that and more today at 4 on Coast Life.
Looking forward to that, and looking forward to a beautiful summer-like day across Delmarva. Gorgeous start on our gutter helmet cam right now in Ocean View. And we're looking at a warm day today and hot and muggy as we go into Friday. But then it cools down a little bit for the weekend. I'll have your forecast details coming up in 2 minutes.
The Today Show, weekdays at 7 on CoastTV.
In one lane. That's how Bennett Termite has always rolled. Termites, pest control, bed bugs, and crawl space encapsulations. Because pest control and crawl spaces go together, as that's where we spend most of our time. By eliminating moisture, we eliminate pests. So, there's still one lane. Point is, we've remained the same, striving for excellence in all. You add phenomenal customer service to that, and well, quality isn't expensive, it's priceless.
At Baths by Spicer Brothers, we understand that safety is important when it comes to your shower. Our design experts prioritize your safety without compromising on style or comfort. Equipped with features like sturdy seats, strategically placed grab bars, non-slip floors with low thresholds for easy access, and adjustable shower wands. Right now, we're offering a complimentary, customized safety upgrade with factory-certified 5-star installation guaranteed. Plus, take advantage of no interest and no payments until 2026. Baths by Spicer Brothers, because you deserve the best.
Windsor Teak Furniture, Fenwick Island offers the world's best outdoor benches for your patio, foyer, garden or shower. Over 30 different benches in stock. We have Chippendale, curved arm, Lutyan and traditional. Different styles. Rocking benches, swings, backless, counter and bar height benches. Plus, personalized benches with laser cut images. A Windsor exclusive. We have a bench for you. Drop by your showroom and smell the teak. Or check us out at windsorteakfurniture.com. And remember, teak lasts a lifetime.
Weather brought to you by Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, dedicated to excellence in Delaware and Maryland.
Coastal Comfort knows there's no place like home. It's where we can be totally comfortable. Totally comfortable being ourselves, making a mess, making improvements, making strides, making memories with those we love. Totally. Big or small, at the beach, or on the farm, all along the Eastern Shore. It's home, and Coastal Comfort is always here to keep you totally comfortable.
Coastal Comfort, a Carrier Factory authorized dealer serving Maryland and Delaware.
Carrier, turn to the experts. It is 6:46. We are going to take a live look now at Laurel, which I always love looking from Laurel because we're real high up, Bob. You can see, did that maybe a little fog or mist down there?
Yeah, a little bit of haze, maybe a little bit of fog, Paige, but it is a cool perspective. You've got the camera up on the tower looking down on that. Otherwise, we're looking at clear skies this morning and beautiful conditions, Paige, and we're looking at a summer-like day for the area. Looking forward to that. And we're talking about the Berlin bathtub races. Look at this. Yeah, look at that. It's a tradition that's been going on for a long time. And the races, the parade begins at 6. The races begin at 6:15, and it's going to be hot. Lower 90s, 3 to 4 o'clock, 89 at 5. By the time we have the race and parade, 87. So make sure you stay hydrated. At least there will be a bit of a breeze. And watch to the sky around 8 o'clock. We could start to see some showers and thunderstorms at that time as the front heads our way. Here's our muggy meter, and we're looking at muggy conditions as we go through today and tomorrow. Yeah, they're back. But then I think by the weekend, we're dropping back into the comfortable range for the most part. And I think for Father's Day, it should be pretty comfortable, real nice. And then the humidity starts to go up again next week. And I think we are looking at a prolonged period of 90-degree weather next week, maybe the season's first heat wave. Here are our temperatures now into the 60s, mid-60s along the coast, even 69 in Rehoboth right now, but 59 in Redden, a little cooler there in Delmar at 62. As the winds are calm, but the tendency is out of the southwest, and that's a warm direction. We're bringing in that humidity as well with mostly clear skies over us. We've got high pressure to the west. We've got high pressure at the surface and aloft, and we've got a big dome of heat that is building in from the Midwest, and that will move over the top of us, really kicking in tomorrow. Here's Futurecast. This morning we're in the 60s and then upper 70s by mid-morning, and by noon, low to maybe mid-80s well inland, lower 70s along the coast. So you'll be a little cooler at 3 o'clock near Fenwick Island and Bethany Beach, but inland we're well into the 80s from Millsboro back into Seaford. Very warm into the evening hours and increasingly muggy muggy as well, and that's the case overnight. And by Friday morning, we're in the 60s, but look how warm we get. By noon, we're into the mid to even upper 80s. The only relief is along the coast, and then upper 80s, and I think we will be looking at lower 90s. Maybe a stray shower around 2 o'clock, but as we go through the evening, here comes a cold front with showers and maybe some thunderstorms, but those clear out shortly after midnight, leading to drier weather as we go into your Saturday. Feels like temperatures today, mid to upper 80s, feeling like low 90s away from the coast tomorrow. Stay hydrated, and then we're looking at feels like temperatures in the mid 80s for Saturday, as the weekend is looking really nice for about the third one in a row. Looks like the weather will cooperate, and for Father's Day as well. Paul Davis 7-day forecast. We go from 86 today to 91 Friday. Watch for those evening showers and storms Friday night. Then Saturday, sunshine and 85. A few more clouds on Sunday for Father's Day, 82. And then a big warm up into next week, 88 Monday, and then lower 90s Tuesday and Wednesday. And that's just the beginning of a stretch of lower to mid 90s and dry conditions.
Thank you so much, Bob. If you're looking for ways to decrease your home energy costs as we head further into some warmer months, DenRec is offering public meetings this month to share some information on programs that will soon be available for homeowners. Once launched later this year, those programs will make up $66 million available to Delawareans in the form of rebates across a wide range of energy efficiency measures. In Sussex County, there will be a meeting July 20th at the Lewis Public Library. If you like to walk the Lewis to Georgetown Trail, there is a closure to keep in mind for the rest of this week. The trail is currently closed until tomorrow. Crews are doing routine maintenance. It'll be closed from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. DelDOT says access through the work zone will be strictly controlled. As summer approaches, the Delaware State Fire Marshal's office is ensuring everyone stays safe, so they're reminding everyone of some helpful tips to be made aware of. For grilling, they are saying grills should be as far away from your home as possible and away from any overhanging branches. Now, in terms of boat safety, install smoke and carbon monoxide alarms and practice a fire emergency plan. For pools, only have a licensed electrician perform the wiring. There's also some programming changes on CoastTV later this week that we need to tell you about. We are Delmarva's home for the U.S. Open. That coverage is Friday at 1 o'clock. Then at 7, tune into Jeopardy, and then 7:30. It's NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt. Time is now 6:51. We're going to check in now with our Coastal Pet of the Day. Today's Coastal Pet of the Day is one dog who loves watching squirrels. On your screen is Norwegian elk hound named River. River could sit by that window all day if you let him, according to his owners. Some people birdwatch. River takes a different approach. He's a squirrel watcher. This dog was submitted to us by Karen and Lewis. We do want to keep seeing all your adorable pets on Delmarva. Send us photos. Tell us what makes your pets so special. Scan that QR code real quick there on your screen. Submit your pictures to us, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 to see all the pets we feature.
I don't think I've ever seen the ocean this calm on the Boardwalk Plaza Camp. Look at that. Less than a foot, those waves. It looks like a lake out there, but it's quiet, but it's warm and humid, and that will be the case through the end of the week. A little cooler into the weekend. Father's Day looking good. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up.
Welcome to Beach Barrels. No matter where you're from, everyone is a local. Fun times and good vibes await with a wide variety of craft brews, plus our award-winning Primo Hoagies made fresh daily. Dance the night away at the best live music venue in Ocean City. And there's never a bad seat to catch your favorite sports team. Dine in or relax on our outside deck with comfortable seating and beautiful palm trees for a cozy, tropical atmosphere. Beach Barrels open 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. at 132nd and Coastal Highway.
The doctors of Delmarva Chiropractic take great pride in offering the finest, most individualized care to their patients and stay on the cutting edge of healthcare and clinical interventions. As winners of Coastal Style and Metropolitan Magazine's Best Chiropractors for 7 years in a row, Doctors Lane, Brown, and Taylor help with conditions such as back pain, sciatica, headaches, concussions, dizziness, and much more. The clinic also offers laser therapy, decompression, acupuncture, and custom orthotics. Call Delmarva Chiropractic today and take the first step toward achieving your maximum potential.
The most incredible shopping on the beach, Bloomy Boutique. Fashion, jewelry, and accessories as cool as an ocean breeze. You'll love this place. We put a smile on your face. You'll love this place. It's Bloomy Boutique. Fashion, jewelry, accessories, and fun. Bloomy Boutique.
Visit Blooming Boutique with 4 convenient locations. 2 in downtown Lewis, Long Neck, and Milford.
Oh, porches. Hello, aren't you the guy I see on TV, the porch protection guy?
Yeah, I would
So they're
say-
made of marine grade materials that last for years?
Yeah, I would
And
go-
they say I could use my porch all year round?
I think
And
so.
they keep the dirt, pollen, and rain and wind out?
And
And the
so-
custom made right here locally?
They are.
I got to run, but it was really nice talking to you.
Well, it was nice talking to you too.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
Got a plumbing problem that can't wait? Then why would you? At FH Fur, we know how frustrating it is to be stuck waiting for help, which is why we offer same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's a leaky faucet, a clogged drain, a broken pipe, you name it, the expert plumbers at and ready to get you out of hot water, or maybe into some hot water if that's your issue. Same-day service guaranteed, regardless of your plumbing predicament.
877-CALL-FUR, FHFur.com.
It's 6:55. It's time for some things you need to know before you go. People in Salisbury took time Wednesday to mourn a hero who was killed in the line of duty. It was 2 years ago this week that Wicomico County Sheriff's Corporal Glenn Hilliard was killed while arresting a wanted felon. 41-year-old Hilliard left behind his wife and 3 children. His surviving family, members of law enforcement, and the public all gathered at the Fraternal Order of Police Lodge in Salisbury to remember the man who gave everything in service of his community. The Hilliard family also thanked everyone who had been there for them. This morning, some people are planning next steps after having to be evacuated from their homes. You can see why right there on your screen. First responders have been dealing with these wildfires in Arizona. According to officials, the fires have caused road closures, evacuations, and have burned 200 acres of land. The cost of going out to eat keeps going up. Maybe you've been experiencing this. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics released inflation data Wednesday. It showed that prices at sit-down restaurants have already rose almost 0.5% last month. Prices at fast food restaurants also went up 0.2%. These increases, particularly in fast food, have caused a lot of customers to pull back on their food spending. Time is 6:56. It's now time for a quick look at your forecast before you head out the door. Bob, I would think a lot of people are going on walks today, hanging out by the beach. A great day to be outside.
Great day to be outside, and I think the weather will cooperate even into tomorrow for the Berlin bathtub races page. You'll be there for that. And summer officially starts a week from now, but we'll be feeling like summer before that. Here's your day part forecast. Dress for summer today. Temperatures 60s, 70s, eventually into the 80s. We'll be into the mid 80s later on as the southerly winds pick up, and the mugginess will also kick in as well. So it'll feel actually a little warmer than the actual temperature. 86 for today in your Paul Davis 10-day forecast, up to 91 on Friday, but with the humidity feeling like mid 90s. And watch out tomorrow evening if you're at the bathtub races in Berlin. Keep an eye to the sky. I think after about 8 o'clock some showers, but then the weekend looking great. Sunshine Saturday 85, Father's Day 82. Big warm up next week, maybe the first big heat wave of the summer as summer starts on Thursday. We're in the low 90s Tuesday and Wednesday, well into the 90s by Friday and Saturday, and unfortunately staying dry.
All right, Bob, thank you so much, and thank you all for joining us on Coast TV News Today. Today's show's next at 7, and we'll be back with Coast TV Midday at 11. For more news and coverage you can count on, you can always download the Coast TV News and weather apps. And have a great Thursday, everyone.